Let's now look at career planning and your work ethic. In the last segment, we talked about time management and your career visioning. Now, when you talk of all the planning that we have talked about in terms of your goals, setting them at from an annual perspective, quarterly, monthly, and then weekly to daily perspective, you need to then translate those goals into reality through hard work. When you talk of careers, you need to think of work. Career, it's about work. A lot of times when young people think of careers, they think in terms of privilege, in terms of power, in terms of opportunities. But I want you to shift your thinking for a moment and think of your career life as a platform for work. And there are certain things that you actually need to think about if you're going to be successful in your career as a platform for work and a platform for achieving and pursuing your purpose. Number one, you need to be disciplined. And discipline, it's about someone who can follow certain routines and someone who can pursue certain goals and translate them into reality. While your career may be an issue about the future, but it starts right where you are today, even when you are in school, because you need to actually start being disciplined right where you are in school today. A lot of guys just get average scores, average results. They don't exert maximum effort in what they are doing, even when you are still in school. And I want to say, you need to create that discipline where your work ethic or your work culture is that you are a person who will always be going for the best that they are meant to be. We talked about this earlier on to say, be the best that you are meant to be. So even in the way you do your work, give it your best effort. It's part of discipline, and that discipline, you need it both as a learner or a student, and you also need it later on in life, when you are now working. So be a disciplined person, be a person, who will always go for best, and the person who says when this has to be done within a certain time, it's done. I found a lot of people who do things last minute. If you have an assignment, you don't do it on time, you leave it until the very last minute. And do you know what that does? It compromises quality. A lot of times when you do things and you are rushing, you are not doing them on time, quality is compromised. And when you compromise quality, you are affecting your personal brand. Because as a person who is going to be a professional, being a professional is about personal branding. People have to trust you and have confidence in your personal brand. But that requires proper planning and then execution, doing things on time. Don't leave things to the last minute. I found it's such a bad culture that is affecting a lot of people, where they leave things. I found this even at university, when I was at university, both as a student but also as a member of staff. I found a lot of students who would just leave things to the last minute. And you would find they would rush, over that assignment as if they didn't have enough notice. And that's a bad culture you need to deal with. Create a culture where, you value your time, do things on time. Everything must be done on time. And do what is supposed to be done within that given time. And that is discipline. That is discipline, so that you have got an opportunity to revise your own work, to review it and to improve on it, and so forth. So please move away from this culture of rushing, culture of not doing things on time, because that lack of discipline will affect your career success in the future. Because it would mean even the kind of service you will deliver in whatever field you are in, if you can't do things on time, it affects a whole lot of things. So discipline is number one. Number two, when it comes to work ethic, you need to be a person of integrity, or a person who has got a clear character base and a value system. When it comes to leadership, you will find that character or integrity has got a high influence value. If you are going to influence other people in life, and if you are going to pursue your purpose in a manner that will impact other people, you need to be a person who has got a clear character base or a person of integrity. When you have got integrity, people trust you. It doesn't matter what skills you have. Today we've got a lot of professionals who have got qualifications, who have got all sorts of skills, but they're not trusted, they're not respected. Why? Because their characters are perforated. So you need to be a person, who is a person of integrity, a person whom other people can trust. Because if people can't trust you in business, people can't do business with you. So you need to know if you are going to be successful in your career, integrity is a must-have. Be a person who can command the trust and confidence of those around you. Be truthful. When you say things, someone once said, if your words were like a bridge, would anyone cross that bridge? Be someone who is truthful. Let your word be your command when you speak. Stand by your word, because when you are a truthful person, then again people will trust you, people will have confidence, in you. And when you talk of these issues of character, no one can do it for you. You have to take personal responsibility for it. You need to know that your character is a must-have, in terms of your career. Because we have today so many people, like I've said, with high qualifications, with powerful positions, but because they lack integrity, nobody respects them. When you look at the continent of Africa, one of the challenges that Africa is facing today is corruption, where you've got so many people in high places, but who lack integrity, who are so corrupt, and because of that, they are not respected. Because of that, they are compromised, in what they do. And I'm saying, as a young professional, someone who is going to be a professional tomorrow or, at any point in your life, tell yourself, I'm a person of integrity, because that's going to help you a lot. Don't cut corners. It is better to go the longer route and get there than to try to cut corners and lose credibility, along the way. So a work ethic should also be based on a clear sense of character and a clear sense of value system. What you need to know as you get into your career, there will be so many temptations along the way, because you operate in systems where you have got people whose own characters have been compromised, and in the process, you can also be compromised. But I want to say to you, if you are going to have a long-term success, you need a strong character base so that you have a clear conscience in whatever you are doing. But also you need to be someone who works hard. I want to emphasize on this one. You need to be someone who works hard. Success in any career field calls for hard work. Be a person who is committed to working hard. The greatest enemy to your career success is going to be laziness. There are many people out there who are so lazy. We can talk about all these things we have talked about, vision, we can talk about purpose, but you know what? If you are not a person who is a hard-working person, you can never fulfill your purpose. You can never fulfill your calling. You can never fulfill, your destiny. You need to be someone who works hard. That's an important one. Put value to work. That's a very key thing. Put value. Working hard is important. You will need it for the rest of your life. Not just as a learner, but you will need it all your life. You need to be someone who says, when there's work to be done, you are willing to invest in that hard work. And as you do that, it will pay off. Inevitably, when you invest in hard work, it will always pay off. So for you to fulfill your purpose, for you to be successful in your career, be a hard worker. And do you know what it will do? You will be trusted. It doesn't matter which area you are going to be involved in terms of your career. If you are lazy, nobody is interested in you. That you need to know. You can have all the qualifications in the world you want. But if you are a lazy person, that is one thing that will disconnect you from any opportunity in life that you may have. No one will recommend you. It will damage your brand. It will make people not trust you and have confidence in you. It will compromise your potential and so forth. So be someone who makes a clear decision to say, I'm a hard worker. And these things don't just happen when you are employed. They happen in your own personal life. Do you know there are people who can make their own bed? And how do you expect to be a success in life when there's so much chaos right where you are, and you can't respect your own space and be proud of where you are? You can't be successful anywhere else in life. So be someone who is proud of where you are and say, I can create order in my own life. I can take pride in who I am, the way I look after myself, the way I am groomed. These are small things, but that have got far-reaching implications in terms of your career success. Because it starts today. It doesn't start tomorrow. It starts today. Work hard today. Be trustworthy today. Be a person of integrity today. And these are the qualities and attributes that will make you a successful person in your career tomorrow. And as you do all these things, don't forget, you were born for a purpose. And you need to work hard to achieve and translate your potential into reality.